like J.Brock, cause I can score with a second on the clock.
Yes, indeed. Come on, yes, indeed. It's another beautiful day right here at the Pergola with the one and only LARussell. Y'all know how we doing this. So to correct my statement, you took to Twitter. I'm in such a beautiful space creatively. I'm so grateful I stayed independent. I'm so grateful I have a base that supports me this heavy. I'm dropping shit every week, and it's all getting played. I'm free as can be right now. This shit feels phenomenal. Now you've had,
when you read it in that voice, you think that be the voice I be saying it in, or is that just your voice you saying it in?
No, that's just my
okay.
professional
That's my
voice.
took to Twitter voice. Okay,
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, it was so much cooler in my head.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
That nigga said you took to Twitter.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep it professional. So speak on continuously being able to create to where you can drop every single week.
Man,
Uh-oh.
this shit the most beautiful shit ever.
Yeah.
And I've almost given it away so many times.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't, because I'm making so much shit I love.
Yeah.
And all the meetings we had where niggas were talking about cadence and it's too much and you gonna flood inside. It's just like, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come
we
on.
here, we making shit we love, and we getting it out. It's like, bro, the last joint I dropped, Flip Side, we made that shit and dropped that bitch the same day. Went outside, shot the visualizer, like, nigga, Freeway PD Crack tapped in to get on the remix. Like, that don't happen if you don't make it happen. Like, man, this is the greatest flow a nigga could really ever be in. And I always have my bouts about major independence, and until it's a major system that accommodates this flow, like, this is the only way it work. Cause I had a talk with Troy Carter one night, because I was like, man, I don't know, like I feel like with the major shit of this, and he was like, bruh, there's no amount of money they could pay you that's worth your freedom. He said it's not going to work for you with the way you want to move and flow. Like, it's just not. And it ain't no amount that you could be paid to compromise that. You feel me? There's going to be some compromise on that end. And it was just like reminders of what I want, because shortly after that, we went on this fucking grill run, and it's like I got 20 fucking songs just coming in the next few weeks. It's just consistent, and I'm putting this shit out. I'm making shit I love, and it ain't no trade for that. You can't. I'd be miserable if I traded that freedom.
That's tough, bro, because I can imagine that it's been some shit. It's just like, bro, I can't let this go past. I can't let this go by. But you have been strong enough to do it. But like you say, if you gotta stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
Man, it be some shit that you gotta wave goodbye to that you don't want to. You feel me? But it's like what comes after it is just, man, it's for you. What's for you is for you.
LaRussell, what is a boss to you? Describe what that type of human being is and what they have to do, what they possess.
I think there's several variations of a boss.
Let's go.
I think there's a boss like the nigga at your 9 to 5 who like, yeah, that's the supervisor. I think that's one form, and then I think there's like a form that's like the nigga who your supervisor's manager work for that you don't even know, but he cut your check. You feel me? So I think it depends on where you are in life. But to me, the boss is Walt Disney and Steve Jobs, and not even Steve Jobs at a point, because it went, but he was such a boss because he was able to create things that somebody could be a boss of. You feel me?
I get that. See, I think people use this term loosely.
Very. And
to me,
it's all Rick Ross' fault.
Come on. To me, I feel like you cannot call yourself a boss until everybody around you eat and you haven't ate because you took care of them. I think that's one of the qualities of being a boss.
I don't fully agree with that.
Okay.
I think you're a boss once everybody around you has an opportunity to create that for themselves.
Okay. I feel that.
If I provided you the ability to go become a boss, then you a boss. You know, everybody won't be a boss.
Okay.
So you can't base your level of boss based on what everybody else becomes.
Yeah.
But, you know, the niggas who you get an opportunity to and they take it and cultivate it, it's like you a boss when you able to provide that. Like I said with Steve Jobs, he made things where somebody could be a boss of. You feel me? And once you get to that point where it's like beyond you and other people get to thrive and live in the way that they want to live because you showed them that path or that way, you're a boss. You operating in a different frequency.
That's tough. I agree with you, but I still think I'm right too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'm right because I've went through that. You know, like last year I was at my brokest doing what I'm doing. The minute I said I wanted to start a talk show, financially I was hit. But what I did, I continued to put the money into it, continued to take care of my team. And me, I'm going home, wife frustrated, you broke, what's up? How long, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like in order for you to call yourself a boss, you have to feel that. You definitely have to go through that. I think that's important. I thought you were about to say something. I think that's important. That's why I had paused. I thought I had said something that struck a nerve. But, you know, no, I think that is important. So, I mean, like, when you look at your position, you know what I'm saying? When you look at all the people that's around you, when you look at the things that you have contributed to even, like, you know, Momo's Cafe, those type of things, bro. Tell me, was this always a plan of yours? Or is this something that just happens?
Definitely wasn't always a plan. Yeah. All this shit just happened.
Yeah.
The Pergola wasn't in any plan specifically, but widely. You know, I had a marathon goal of having my own venue. I never knew what that would look like, and it ended up, you know, becoming this. But it really just happened. Life happened, and then we like, man, we need to do that. We need to do that. We need to take care of that, and it just comes to fruition.
15K, right here, all right here. That's a beautiful situation.
More than that.
Okay, more than by now, yeah, for sure, more than that. Because this right here is new. I haven't seen this, at least not in the videos.
More than that.
Yeah, way more than that.
Yeah.
and it just happened piece by piece. I remember the first video I saw back here. The first video I saw back here was really nothing. I saw the DJ set up, and that had to be Mom's birthday, where the family and half, you know, fans came through. And at that point, you realized that I have something here as far as building back here.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had something once I had the idea, because it ain't never been done. And I remember when we first got, like, the first lay of this, and we had walked back here. We did, like, a video, and it was just like, damn, I ain't never seen no shit like this. And, you know, I knew going into that show it was going to be some shit. And we were just trying a bunch of new shit at the time, and everything was clicking.
That's right. That's a beautiful situation. Now you got the Good Company magazine.
Yeah.
Come on now, the Good Company magazine, the first
this nigga
one
tuned in.
has just the first one. Nigga, you lucky my notes dropped. The first one has just released.
Yeah.
Talk about you know, where, I don't know if anybody asked you this. I seen the first one. Where did the idea come from to start your own magazine? And what's the goal with this here?
I don't think the idea for it came from me. Did I ever mention that prior to that? GC magazine? Yeah. I don't think that one came from me. I didn't really I didn't have no hand in that. Okay. Besides creating the space for it to be cultivated, but I didn't have no hand in that. T and Kayla, they ran that play.
Shout out to them. Now, what's the goal? What's the outlook with this magazine? What are the things you guys want to do? Okay, she would have to answer that.
They ran that play.
That's not LARussell.
That's the power of being a boss. You get to empower other people to go do what they want to do with their ventures that they love. You feel me?
That's what's up. Yeah, no, and it looks dope. It's a great concept, and it's just adding to everything that's going on. Now, you know, you also got the compound. I see you got the basketball court back there. You're supposed to be adding a pickleball court. Yeah. How's your skills in pickleball, man? It seems like there's something
phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
What is pickleball? I don't know what that is.
It's like a mixture of tennis and ping pong.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, it sounds like something that I can't see it, but I feel that. LARussell, I want to ask you something, bro. Like, you in the studio. How long have you locked in the studio, ain't came out of the studio, and just knocked out songs? Matter of fact, in what mental state are you when you come up with your best shit?
Two questions.
Yeah, 2 questions.
I've probably spent. What would you say? Like in LA, I'll go studio to studio. I probably spent 12, 16 easy.
Yeah, no, wow.
Easy on the like if I'm in that mode, I can make music all day. You feel me? I don't really have a state that I make my best music in. Every state I make different music, you know, like I got to be in a certain state to make it. How much does a piece of mind cost? And I got to be in a certain state to make grinding, and I got to be in another state to make GT Coupe. So there's no one state that leads to like my best work. Whatever state I'm in, it just leads to whatever I create during that time. You know, like whatever food you make today is gonna be what you capable of today.
I feel that. I feel that. So the mood, yeah, I be thinking that it's just, well, I mean that makes sense because that's how we get a lot of the pain music. You got a lot of people going through their pain and they set it out in that music. Now I noticed, I forgot what project this was. Maybe it was 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in Vallejo was that one that you kind of went off in the 6 a.m. where you were spitting. I mean spit bars. You said something about the Gross Sisters. You said, I don't know if you said something about you getting more blues than the Gross. You said something about the Gross Sisters back then. And this took us back to the Bethel High days where you were a disruptive student, you know, where you would talk aloud. The teacher would come and say, be quiet, and you would do some more talking until they leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? But what I just see, here's my thing. You might look at a kid like that and say, man, you're not destined for greatness. But you're a prime example even from that behavior. That doesn't mean that. You got people like DC Young Fly. You know, like you look at school, like school is the principle. It's the all in, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do good in that, you can't do good in anything. Yeah. Now, how about that teacher, man? Has she seen what you're doing today?
I don't even know if she alive at this point in life.
Oh, wait.
But I doubt. She was an old white woman. And it was always, I wasn't that kid through all of school. It really depends on the cultivation. Like I had some teachers that was like exceptional and they demanded respect and the way that they treat you just as differently. You feel me? Like you're a different person gauging on how someone's kind of treating you and you're navigating it. So yeah. I don't know what she's up to, but man, I doubt it was her fault. You know, like it was just me. You know,
me being me.
but she also wasn't one of those teachers that was like, oh, she's my favorite.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. And then you know, you're a great storyteller. The song, I don't think I had shit. What song is that, bro? I think you talked about your friends. You said I was trying to fit in, but it wasn't who I was. What song is that? Premonitions? Something like that. Premonitions or something like that. Anyway, when I listen to this song, you take me to the very state of where you are. You take me to the, like, do you realize how great of a storyteller you are? And was that something that came easy to you?
It came easier once I got to the point where, like, I could just tell the story unfiltered. You feel me? I don't really look it. I just say what happened.
Yeah. But I think it takes skill, bro, because it's a lot easier to rap about what's not true than to rap about what's true, because you got to make it to where it's catchy enough for people to enjoy it. So it just like a couple, bro. It's a lot of your songs, and I've listened very closely this past week. I listened to everything.
But see, that be the thing. Like, I don't be trying to make them catchy enough for people to enjoy it. I be like, I make it catchy enough for me to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what matters.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like that.
Matters.
I just, when I write the shit, and sometimes I don't really get to determine those pockets and nothing. It just kind of it happened.
Let me ask you, why do you hate 20 Shots?
It's just I had a period where I was performing 20 shots back to back to back to back. I was doing so many shows, and every show I perform that shit, and the energy in the room just die and go so. It just gets so, and it's like that's a tough thing to do.
Yes.
Over and over and over and over, like that shit weigh on you.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I don't think I listened to 20 Shots. I think one of the first videos I saw of you, It was a video of you like getting shot in the alley or something like that. You got out the car and somebody came out shooting, and that's when I realized. I said, okay, so he's more like
Perfect.
okay. You were like more on the conscious side, I guess. And then maybe
what makes you describe that as conscious?
Well, I want to say it's conscious because you were talking about you were not talking with the riffraff everybody talked about. You talked about what's really going on, and you shed a light on it. Like this isn't pretty. You got a lot of people nowadays. This shit is what it is. If you're not down for this, then you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't cool. But you brought more so a light of this is the shit we shouldn't be going through, and that's why I determined it as conscious. What do you think that is, or what would you say that is?
Life. Life. I don't know. When I think of conscious rap, I don't even know who I think of when I think of conscious rap no more, because I don't really. But even he's not conscious if you actually listening to, like, niggas just be, they used to call Kanye conscious, and it's like, bro, he's talking about life. Yeah. Like off, down isn't a conscious zone. That's like, this is real life. This is just facts. Real life. You feel me? Yeah. But I feel like when you, I don't know, anytime we hear like conscious rap, truthfully, the industry be calling me conscious. Truthfully, all the shooters be calling
Kendrick
me
Lamar,
conscious, It's like, I feel like that conscious tag, I don't know. I don't even know what conscious music is, I guess. It's like, that's life.
No, that's a fact.
You're
that's
conscious
a fact.
of life, I guess.
Yeah. That's a fact, because I was trying to rap it, and they was like, man, bro, you too conscious, bro. Like, it's not gonna work. And I don't, I kind of didn't understand that, because I was like, I don't want to push the poison that y'all pushing. I'm not for that. You feel what I'm saying? But, speaking like on the state of hip hop, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast, which you are a huge contributor of. Yeah. Talk about, the Kendrick Lamar situation. How does the West capitalize on that? You got people making the remixes, but how do we capitalize that in the right way? How do you feel that is?
I don't think it's something to capitalize on. It's like,
well, it's good momentum.
It's a moment in time. It's like, facts. Just keep dropping your music and pushing your line. You shouldn't be. There's nothing to capitalize on what Kendrick doing. He gonna keep setting his bar, and everybody else keep pushing their line and setting their bar. It's not no. It's like, it ain't nothing to capitalize on. You feel me?
I feel that.
It's two niggas dealing with their issues publicly.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing new capitalize on.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand that. Because I feel like that's what's going on. You got a whole bunch of remixes. People are trying to utilize that and make something with it, and it's like, I think that should be left alone. You know what I'm saying? How do you look at this? How do you look at just rap beef in general? I heard you say that. They better not be trying to rap beef with me. A while ago, you said that a long time ago.
I think it's detrimental.
Okay.
But it's also like life.
Yeah.
In life, you have niggas that you just don't agree with.
Yeah.
That you don't enjoy.
Yeah.
And sometimes y'all end up in the same field, and it's like, nigga, stop talking to me.
Ooh.
You feel me? So I think it's just life. It's just life. It's life.
Yeah.
But we in a culture in the state now where it's like it's so much involvement from everybody, which really could alter your state and your energy. It's like shit like this only get to the point where like niggas get hurt and die because it's so much involvement externally and so much opinion, and it take a lot as a man to like just kind of sit with yourself and accept whatever is happening, especially if you think it's at the hands of somebody else and shit. It's just a nasty space to be operating in life, like rap or not. It's a nasty space to be operating in life. Like you're not in a good space. I'm not gonna say a good space. You just in a different frequency at the time. You feel me? Yeah. And it's just not a frequency of space I wish to operate or exist in.
I feel that I personally don't want to be in competition with anybody, because I feel like that's what initiates that.
That's the thing though. Like they're not. I don't think they're in competition with each other. You know, like I don't think Kendrick's in competition with anybody. You know, he's in a league of his own, and Drake's in a league of his own. You know, so yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, facts. It's something that, you know. I mean, I guess it's exciting to see. See, I guess I'm not like a music connoisseur like that, so I don't really have much of an opinion on like what's supposed to be going down with that. So, you know, this situation, though, I can say I've tapped into more new music than I've ever have. So, what do you know? It's like a new rapper, you know, every week, every day. Now, how often are you tuned in to the new music going on? Are you just tuned in to your city, or are you tuned in like nationwide?
I'm tuned in when something tunes me in. Like if I come across something that's like, wow, then I'm tuned in then. But I don't really go like seeking. Like I don't do like new music Friday where I get to, you know, like I don't really go seeking. Like if something happens that's cool enough to land in my feed or in my life or come to me through the homies, then that's how I get to it.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel like that also happens to me because a lot of the time I could listen to something that everybody feels is really popular, and I'll be like, this ain't it. You feel me? Like, but I gotta hear you. If I hear you play it, it sounds different, and that's usually like it was a song by Kevin Gates the homie was playing. I'm like, nigga, if I was listening to this by myself, I wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the way that it goes. Bro, you've been blessed to be on the biggest of the biggest platforms, the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God, Bootleg Kev, you know, shout out to the homegrown homies, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head. You have been blessed to be on the biggest of the biggest platforms. What are some of the things that you have taken from these successful people that you have applied to your own game?
All in various forms, but I really run my own race. But I mean, like I've seen Kev do 100+ interviews, chop them bitches down, 5 minute here, full one here. I seen Charlamagne grow as an individual through public interviews and go from a interesting nigga who came off the block to like, oh nah, he's educated. He's actually, you know, like I've seen Wallow grow. So a little bit from everybody, just the pieces that I needed to fit my life, you know. But I really run my own race. I be locked in on my own shit.
That's right.
To really, like, you know.
That's right.